All right, March 13th. Uh, not a bad day. It was a red day for me, and there was some few mistakes that I made that I don't know, maybe call them rookie mistakes. Um, First of all, CERU. Lucky enough to have shares this morning. I was locating them first thing. Uh, Nice trade here. Extended up, so gap this morning, extended up. Got some good distance from this 520 here, this moving average. I managed to get two decent setups here, both on the 1 minute chart. So it broke down here, made a nice cup, and got in at 243. And now I only about it was a a little bigger than a feeler position. So I felt good about getting in on this trade, and then I was able to add with this cup here at 226, and just took it right back to 2R. I was gonna take it right back to the 520 moving average here, but I feel like the um, risk to reward stuff is really working for me lately. I feel comfortable in it, so I'm just gonna keep using it. It's just 2 R's, so it worked out beautifully. Came down, hit it, and just kind of stayed around this level here. Um, I did only fill half my position. I was hoping it would kind of hit the 20 moving average and then maybe break down some more. It didn't. I got stopped out here at 228, which is fine. I took some more profits there, but good thing because it just ran back up the rest of the day. So overall, that was a good trade. I was happy with it. Played out pretty good. Uh, Next was AUPH. Now, this is where my first mistake, which I said I wasn't going to do anymore. So after I made my first trade with CRU, I was in the green. I was feeling good. I said, you know what? I'll pop into trade, or sorry, into the chat room for a bit, see what's going on. And I saw a few people talking about AUPH and how it's getting closer to the 10 level. Now, if you check this out on the daily, bam, this thing is just to the moon, just way up there. So, and I've been watching this too, just thinking, you know what, like this has got to retrace at some point. But you know what? It doesn't. It doesn't. It could keep going up to 50 if it wants, right? That's the stock market. So I took a feeler trade here at 991. If you want to take a look at the 1 minute chart where I took the trade, where are we? So 991, right here. We'll zoom in some more. Um, so highs a day, 1018. So I saw it break 10, and it kind of psyched me out a little bit, but I was like, okay, you know what? Let's see if it holds. And it wasn't holding it very well. It was coming back below 10. I was like, okay, you know what? It's just gonna go up and down. You know, break through 10 a couple times, and then just hit the ground. So that's in my mind. That's what I was thinking. Uh, Saw this little break down, break up. Didn't break the highs. Broke down. This is where I was in. I got a nice feeler position, and it did the same thing. So we got this bar break up, and then broke back down again. Another cup. Boom. So I was in. I got in at 991, and then I added to it at 981, and it didn't do too much after that. Came back up. I got stopped out here at 1022, and then I was still watching it. I still wanted to get in this. My mentality was psychological 10. This thing has been up like 8 green days in a row. There's no way this is going to blow through 10 and hold. It's going to break down. So I got in again at 990. I believe there was another cup on this 1 minute chart here. There's our highs. Came down, broke up, didn't break the highs, and just beautiful, nice red bar. And I thought for sure, okay, this is it. This is where it's going to break down. This is going to happen. And not too long after that, stopped out 1030. So I was a little frustrated. I was a little pissed off here. Um, it really threw me off. I shouldn't have even been in this trade, to be honest with you. If I didn't go in the chat room, which I said I wasn't going to do, um, it's not that I have anything against the chat room. It's really good if you can recognize, like, I think I get too amped up too, right? I see, oh, AUPH, some people are watching it. I'm like, oh shit, I better get in that, right? I don't want to miss out what everyone else is in. So it's just until I can get over that myself, that mentality where I have to be in because everybody else is in. Um, Essentially, it's the FOMO, right? It's fear of missing out. I don't want to be left out of a trade that everybody else is in. Even though I was green on the day and I was happy with the profits I took, now I'm, because something I said I wouldn't do bit me in the ass, and twice. Now I'm in the red. Anyway, INNL. Here's another trade, which, man, this would have been decent. This actually would have been nice, but it would have been nice not on purpose. So this was extended, hit the 5 times range scanner. I think it was like 7 or 8 times its normal range at this point. So we got our breakdown, and to be honest, I'm not even sure why I got in this one here. I think I still had my limit. You know what? I still had my limit set. But what I did was, the spreadsheet I'm using, it shows the max amount of shares to use, and I take that for a feeler position. I would take that and divide it by 3 or 4, just to keep it small for these 1 minute entries. And I didn't do that. I was in full boat off this entry here, and I got super nervous because I realized once I was in, oh holy shit! Like what's going on here? Why is my P&L, like why is it going this fast right now when it shouldn't be? And I got really nervous, and especially when it did this spike back up here. So it came down. I was like, okay, I'm in. If it goes up, I'm okay with losing, minimal, a quarter of what I'm willing to risk. And it went up, and I went, what the hell's going on here? Checked. And I was like, oh shit, I'm in a lot more. I'm in full. I didn't want to be that much in, so I really got nervous. It came down, and it bounced back up a little bit. So what? I'm not feeling right. I'm just gonna get out, and I got out at 137. So in at 138, out at 137. I think it was like I made a few bucks off it. Not enough to put me back in the green, but if I had just kind of left it, obviously it would have paid off nicely, especially because I was in, I was full boat in this. It would have been nice, but I'm happy that I did get out, because if it had to turn around on me, I would have been mentally in a bad place. So overall, just some things I need to clean up. Just paying attention to little things like this, my size, just taking my time, I think, a little more. If I miss the trade, then I miss the trade. That's what I got to get used to, is just, what? Make sure everything's right before I get in the trade. Is this the trade I want to be in? Do I feel right with this size, with this trade? Just like this right here, it was like, okay, it hit 150. This is what I wanted, 150. I wanted it to come back. It was far enough away. But then just trying to get in too fast, not waiting for a proper setup, obviously, here. The bar breakdown up, but then it broke to new highs, so I should have waited here. I should have never even been in this trade, to be honest with you. And if I was, it would have been somewhere down here, but it would have already been too close to the 20 moving average on the 5-minute chart. So I should have never been in this trade. Same with AUPH. So essentially I should have had one trade today, would have been in the green, but my typical Monday, back in the red. Maybe it's a weekend thing for me. Maybe I just get too excited over the weekend, and then come Monday morning, I'm just, making trades all over the place. We'll try and make it back, I guess, tomorrow. See what happens. See ya.